What's up guys, Silver here with another Halo Master Chief Collection Achievement Guide. This time we're doing Wait, How Did the Ship Get Down Here? Which is beat the part-time on the Pillar of Autumn. So to start up this mission, you could do this on any difficulty, so I'm doing this on easy right now, which is what I recommend for you. We're going to start off by sprinting ahead, wrapping around the wall to the right here and just falling off the cliff. You don't have to go up towards this elite. I just kind of did that out of muscle memory because that's the route I take on Legendary. I usually kill that elite and take his concussion rifle, but he doesn't even have a concussion rifle on easy. So we're just going to move forward into this building here. We're going to grab a DMR and the rockets, and we're going to grab any health if we need it, which we probably won't. There's a health pack on the wall there. We're going to grab a mongoose right here and speed on off into the distance, just totally bypassing that first section right there. And then we're going to follow this path. There's a dirt road along the cliffside here. So just follow this. There are some banshees up ahead flying around. Sometimes they shoot at you. Sometimes they don't. Usually they don't. So just don't worry about those guys. We're going to drive ahead, and we're just going to follow this path. There's going to be 2 scarabs that drop down out of the sky along with some drop pods of grunts. We're going to ignore all of those guys. Normally, if we're doing a super speedy run, we would drive straight ahead and kind of avoid going on the road altogether for the most part. And if you're doing a super conservative run, I like to move to the left and kind of do the opposite, which is move down to the left side and avoid all of the enemies. But for this run, we're just going to follow the path exactly as it's laid out for us. Just follow the dirt road, and we'll get to the last section. I cut off a little bit right there, but we'll get one last drop pod of grunts, and we'll drive by them too. We don't care about them. We're going to keep going. Normally, on higher difficulties, we would stop in this tunnel for a split second to allow the Phantom to pass us, because the gunner on the Phantom would be a threat. But since we're on easy, he is not a threat. You can see he's trying to shoot us a little bit, but the bullets don't travel fast enough and accurately enough on easy for him to really do any damage to us. So we're just going to move past him, or just keep pace with him, really, and jump over the gap here. And I've never seen that happen. That was pretty cool, actually. I wish he killed me there, because that would have been the most awesome way to die on easy ever. I was just taking for granted the fact that it's easy, and I'm just like, oh, this will be a walk in the park. And then he just blasts me off the map straight into the gap. That would have been awesome. But he didn't, unfortunately. I survived, so that probably won't happen to you. I've never seen that happen in the dozens, perhaps hundreds of times I've played this. But anyway, we're just going to move up the left side here, and there's not a specific path or anything, but just move up here in general. You can see they're not doing a great job of taking my shield down or anything. I have about half of it left after bypassing all of those guys. We're going to go up on the rock wall here and then just kind of go over it and avoid that wraith. There's going to be some suicide grunts. Sometimes they blow themselves up, sometimes they don't. But there's going to be 3 jackals over here with needle rifles, so you want to grab the needle rifle ammo from all of them, and then we'll move to the next section. So at this point, we have needle rifle and rockets, and we'll go up here, and there's going to be a cutscene. We're going to trigger that and then skip it, and then we'll move on to the next section here. So right about here, you'll activate the cutscene, skip it, move forward, and there's a way to despawn these buggers and skirmishers up ahead here, but we're actually just going to just run right through them, because we could do that on easy. It's a possibility. So there's a health pack right there if you need it on the ground. We don't need it, so we're not going to pick it up. We're just going to wrap around, just keep sprinting as you recharge the sprint, and we'll be able to get through here as fast as possible. So you can see we just kind of went right under the buggers. They didn't really do much to us at all, and we're going to do the same here, really. There's going to be some skirmishers. Some have a needle rifle, so you could always pick up more needle rifle ammo here, which I recommend. You don't need to worry too much about grabbing all of the needle rifle ammo here, because there's going to be more enemies with needle rifle in the future sections. So we moved forward here. We're going to keep sprinting. We should have a pretty much full needle rifle at this point, and our rockets are, I believe, full as well. So just move over here. Normally on higher difficulties, you could do a grenade jump to get up here and avoid this whole firefight on the left here. But you could really just run past these guys and not worry about grenade jumping on this difficulty. So just run in this direction. We're going to go under the structure up ahead here. Here's a Bob if you need that achievement. Sometimes he appears here. Other times he's not. But ignore him if you already have the achievement. If not, kill him real quick to get that achievement. And we'll just move up here. We could try to cut up the middle on the ground over there to the right. But I'm just going to go over this way, even though it takes a little bit more time, just because of the fact that there are ghosts, there are shade turrets. One of them's a fuel rod turret down below. So even though it is on easy, they could actually kill you if you are not super careful down there. So we're just going to avoid all of that by going up here. We could drop down in this section right here and just run past all these guys straight to the door over here. And we'll just go on through and avoid that whole section like we've been doing. And there's no enemies in here. We have a nice little breather right here. We're going to open this door. There's going to be some enemies up ahead here. We're just going to bust through this window And this will actually spawn in the hunters, but we don't care really. We're just going to go around the hunters. So we're going to run over here in this direction. Normally on higher difficulties, you would do some jumps up to the catwalk to kind of jump over the load zone for the hunters. But we're just going to go straight at them this time. And you're going to see they have some skirmisher buddies. And they also have themselves, which is more than enough. So we're going to just kind of go over here, jump up here onto the railing, and jump up and through this window. You have to crouch to get through here. So it might take a couple tries. But we're going to get into here, and there's going to be 3 jackals with needle rifle up there. So shoot those guys in the head, and you want to switch to the DMR here real quick because we want to use DMR. We want to save the needle rifle ammo for the end if we can. So just use the DMR here to take out these jackals, shoot them in the notch on the left side of their shield, and that will get them to expose their head. If you shoot them in the hand, they kind of stagger back, and then you could see their face, and you could shoot them in the face. So we'll do that as much as we can here. We got to reload. Be aware that you want to be on these structures. So you can see I was standing on that thing, not just to get a better vantage point, but also to avoid getting sorted because there's that invisible sword elite. He likes to stay back a lot of the time, but sometimes he does push forward. So we're going to grab our needle rifle here, and that is not a needle rifle. That is this Marine's assault rifle. So here we go. Now we're in good shape. So if that elite didn't charge our position, he would be over here behind this pillar probably, and we would be able to grab a plasma pistol real quick and pepper him a little bit to pop his shield, and then we could finish him with a headshot real quick. And I think I forgot that this was on easy for a little bit, so I was taking out these guys from far away with the DMR, which is what I do on higher difficulties, but really on easy we just run up to him and smack him in the face. This door will open up ahead here. We want to make sure we grab this needle rifle ammo, by the way, to make sure we have a full one for the next part. But we're going to smack this guy. Could take 3 smacks to kill him, or 1 smack to the back if you could get around him. We could really just avoid all of those guys, so you could just sprint past them if you want and just go through this door. You could say I left a couple of grunts behind there. But we're going to go up these stairs, and there's going to be some enemies up ahead here. 2 grunts, 1 jackal. Not an internet video that I would like to watch. And again, we find ourselves running past these guys for the most part, so we could get to the end here as quickly as possible. And this last section, we actually have to fight everybody because we can't progress without everyone being dead. So there's going to be a bunch of waves of enemies, and this is why we brought the rockets along for the ride. Immediately when you get outside here, you want to follow this path, and we're going to sprint over here. There is a phantom that's dropping off a bunch of troops, so we want to immediately rocket them as they land. So you can see this guy is situating himself nicely on the cliff here. So we're going to hang out here and just wait for that to happen, and then we'll break up the party as soon as it starts. So shoot a rocket in there. Got some quads there, and then we can finish off whoever remains with the needle rifle here. The brutes don't have any shielding or anything, so 3 shots with the needle rifle will actually blow them up with a super combined explosion, so you could quickly take them out that way. You can see we didn't even need to use the needler there. We got all 6 of those guys with the 1 rocket there, and then we could just finish these guys off. Whoever remains, there's some jackals and grunts over here, so we'll make short work of these guys. And then we want to watch out for the 2 additional phantoms that are going to come in. Once there's 2 enemies remaining, the phantom reinforcements will come in. So we cleared out everybody, I'm pretty sure, so I don't think there's anybody alive. So the phantoms are definitely coming in at this point. So we want to keep an eye on the sky. There's going to be 1 over there, and there's going to be 1 to the left as well. So, oh, here he is. Here he is. We're going to take this guy out. The landing pad right here is where the enemies will drop. And we can kind of hide behind this rock until they all drop out, and then we could rocket these guys. And again, we killed all 6, so you want to try to shoot the rocket in the middle of the formation to hopefully take out everybody. There's 2 brute chieftains that are dropped off in that other phantom that we weren't paying attention to. So you want to take the shields down of the brute chieftains with a rocket, and then you could finish them off with 3 needle rifle rounds, and that will super combine and kill them. So once their shields are popped, they are just as susceptible to the 3 rounds of needle rifle as any other brute. So we're going to do that to this chieftain as well, and I don't know what happened to him. I guess he just straight up died from the rocket, so that's fine too. So we're going to run over here. There's going to be a dropship over here where the first one was, and there's going to be a dropship on the top of the structure behind us. So we're going to go after these guys at the bottom. We took out all of them. No, there's 1 left. So we took out him with a nade real quick, and then we're going to sprint back up here, and the remaining enemies will be at the top of this building. So we have 2 rockets left, so use those as you see fit. You may have more or less depending on how you use them. But feel free to use them as often as you want at this point because we don't have any more need for them, so no need to conserve them after this battle. And you can see that last brute I took out was a chieftain as well. That's the 3rd and final chieftain. You probably want to save a rocket for that guy as well. So we took out everybody, and now we're just going to hang at the pad here and wait for Keys to come down here with his dropship, the Pelican dropship. I'll skip ahead a little bit here. It takes him a while to get down. He did not expect me to kill all these brutes so quickly. So here we are, we skip the cutscene, and there's going to be some grunts up ahead in front of us here on the stairway, and there's also going to be some elites up there. Take those guys out. I'm going to grab this plasma pistol so I can more easily noob combo these elites up here. If you don't know what the noob combo is, it's an overcharged plasma pistol burst, and then we could just finish them off with a headshot. You can see I didn't overcharge the plasma pistol there. I just peppered them real quick, which is also an option. So we're going to take out these guys as quickly as we can. Ideally, you'll headshot all the grunts to conserve ammo and time, but you should have plenty of ammo and time probably at this point. But we're going to finish the elites off with a noob combo. There should be 4 total after the cutscene. So we killed some already, and we're going to finish them off here. 1 remains, and he has, what does he have? Dual plasma rifles. Very nice. So we're going to move past here, and we're going to move up to the top platform where the MAC gun is. So move up these stairs and move to the top here, and you don't actually have to hang out up here and be in the MAC gun. And just a fun fact, these guys have shields for whatever reason. The dead elite's just lying on the ground. I don't know why. But again, we're just going to not be up here. We're going to hang back here behind the MAC gun, and that way we don't have to fight any of the Banshees or Phantoms. This whole sequence is timed right now, so once the Covenant ship is in place, you'll simply be able to just get in the MAC gun at that point and take the shot instead of having to fight back all these Phantoms and Banshees. So we're going to hang out behind the MAC gun on the stairway, so right when the music crescendos and Keys says, "Now Spartan, fire," or whatever he says, we could quickly just get in the gun and shoot it real quick. Ignore the fact that I almost stuck myself right there just messing around. And from the moment you actually trigger the final sequence, it takes about 1 minute and 20 seconds, give or take, for the Covenant ship to move into place. So I'm going to skip ahead here. I'm really just hiding behind the MAC gun, so you're not going to miss anything. So we skipped ahead. I'm in position. I'm ready to move up the stairs once the music crescendos and Keys says, "Fire now, Lieutenant." So I'm running up. I'm getting in the MAC gun. Right when you start getting into the MAC gun, you could just hold down the trigger and aim at the ship. And once you're able to fire, it will fire as soon as possible. So that's what happened here. We finished in 12:17, so well under the par time, which is 20 minutes for this mission. And you can see we not only got the achievement for par time on this mission, but we got the achievement for par time on all of the missions in Halo Reach. So check out my channel if you need guides on par times for other missions. I got all of them posted. And that's it for this one. I'll see you later for more Halo achievements. Thanks for watching, guys. If you found that video helpful, be sure to click on the scorpion icon to subscribe and hit that bell for notifications. You could also check out some related guides by clicking on the videos on screen, and you can find links in the description for other social media links of mine. Stay tuned for more Halo guides, and I'll see you in the next one.